Hi guys, and welcome to Bomb Anime. It's your girl
Ruka
and Big Boy Summer here.
Welcome to this episode of Hot or Not, where we judge anime based on only its first episode. Today, Rent a Girlfriend is in the hot seat, and we're gonna judge the hell out of it. We'll then be back for part 2 to see if our Hot or Not verdict holds up.
So we'll be looking at the creativity, entertainment, character development, world building, and execution to see whether this anime is hot or not. You know what it is. Let's get right into it.
Creativity. So this is an anime on renting a girlfriend, as it says. I thought it was going to be a bit creepier than it was, but it was actually still creepy. It was hilarious that he got dumped within the first 30 seconds of the anime, and his interpretation of girlfriend is questionable.
Well, for me, in creativity, it's a totally new concept. I'm not used to animes like this. I've never really watched I don't even know where you'd put this kind of anime. But to be fair, it was an experience. I really liked the two plot twists. The one with the grandparents knowing each other, and then the other one where, you know, they end up at the same school. I thought that was a stroke of genius.
Entertainment. So it had a lot of different moments that I wasn't really expecting. I have also not watched an anime like this before. I have watched some suspect animes, not gonna lie, but I've never watched like a escort anime.
Ooh.
There was like some funny moments, some awkward moments, and I didn't know what to expect from the title.
So, Kazuya is the main character, and I really like the fact that he was the comic relief throughout the whole show. He was the one always tripping up, he was the one always doing something silly, and it brought a bit of levity to such a weird, creepy anime. Also, the contrast between the fantasy world of having a fake girlfriend and the reality was just hilarious. I'm all for that.
Character development. So, Kazuya is a nice guy. He has poor communication, he's pushy, he ignores or he doesn't understand social cues, and he resents women. He thought that his ex was promiscuous just because she dumped him, and he was just imagining that she was having all this raunchy sex with this new guy, despite the fact that she didn't actually sleep with him. I'm not sure if this changed at all in the end, or if he was just being emotionally manipulative with Mizuhara. But he did give her that 5-star review, and he did somewhat improve his attitude. And then with Mizuya, we didn't really have much time to see her develop, but they did show us enough for us to see that there's a lot of layers to her character. And since we saw at the end of the episode that she's going to make a reappearance, I think we're going to see more of those layers come out.
Kazuya got dumped, and his way of dealing with it was to go and rent a new girlfriend, which is a bit suspect.
Incel.
Is he a neckbeard, a white knight, or an incel? He's in that, you know, that kind of pool which breeds them. Or he could turn out to be a normal guy. Yes, we do actually get across his pain and his hurting for the situation. However, his worldview is totally messed up. I mean, there was a point in the anime where he was like, well, you know, I paid, so... And I thought, come on, bro. You lost every bit of respect I had for you there. But he did change towards the end. Well, we've seen some sort of change, I guess. In terms of Shizu, she's strong and she's cool and she's very good at her job. The contrast between work and play is very different, and I'm looking to see more of that character develop.
World building. So this one's weird because, like I've already said, I think he's an incel, but the world so far is Kazuya's world. We're seeing it from inside his head, inside his brain, which I quite like. You know, incels are usually the butt of everyone's jokes. There's loads of Reddits about them, there's loads of hilarious YouTubes about them, but this is actually from his perspective, and it adds a little bit of humanity to the person. You can disagree with someone and still understand where they're coming from.
Not Sakura.
Not Sakura. So you're watching an incel from his perspective, and it's very interesting.
So in terms of world building for me, it's the real world. It's a bit too real of a world. Like, it's a part of the world I'm not very versed in, i.e. the escort game, because like mans like me's never needed an escort in it. However, seeing it from this sort of angle that they exist, they provide a service, she takes her work very seriously. She even reads books in order to become better. Her rating is her goldmine, and she makes sure that she is the top performer when she can. And you know what? Seeing this kind of world being built around, I'm actually more interested and I want to see more of it.
Plot execution. I feel like they took us on a crazy journey and they made me care about the plot. I thought that there was no way that I would care about whatever was going to happen in this episode just based on the title. The first episode made me laugh and it made me annoyed when I didn't really expect to feel much. I was not here for Kazuya treating Mizuhara like that. She did not deserve to be treated that way, and she did not deserve for him to blow up her whole spot. Do you know how many people could have realized she was an escort at that point? Oh my god, she has to live in this town. However, I was really here for the way that they made us see everything from both of their sides. So I'm not really sure where they're going to go with it. I'm not sure. I feel like he's going to keep renting girlfriends, but I have a feeling that there might be also a romance element between him and Mizuhara in the end. I hope it's not, because she deserves better than this dude.
Well, seeing as Ruka doesn't believe that people can change, the POV for both characters was seamless. I mean, like, at the right times you got it from Shizu or Mizuhara's point of view, and at the right times you got it from Kazuya's point of view. It was really good, and I'm really happy at the way that they moved the plot along. And even with the completely fantasy plot twist, oh, my grandma knows your grandma, oh, I go to the same school as you, oh, I'm this, I'm that, oh, look at here, I'm an escort. I was all for it.
To the verdict. Creativity.
So for me, creativity was a hot. It's a new type of anime I'm not used to, and I liked it.
I'm gonna have to say it's a hot as well. I really liked seeing this new world that I've never seen before. Entertainment.
So for me, entertainment, it was a hot. They used comedy correctly. It made me laugh, and the situations he was getting himself in and working himself up, I found it hilarious.
I was also very entertained, so I'm giving this one a hot as well. Character development.
It was a hot. We got the point of view from the main character. The story was centered around him, and when it needed to change to the other characters, it did.
I liked seeing both of their different perspectives. I feel like I'm going to get a lot more of that because the anime is going to need to fill itself with knowing more about these people. It's a definite hot for me. World building.
So in terms of world building, I'm sorry, it was good to see a little glimpse into this world, but I won't call it a hot. It's not necessarily a not, but because we've only got hot or not, it's a not for me.
I actually liked the world building as it was. I am here for it, and I gave it a hot. Plot execution.
So in terms of execution and the plot, I mean, like, for me, one thing that really got to me was when he was in his head, and when he was in the real world, and when he was in his fantasy girlfriend world, was all different screens and different types of scenes on the screen. You could see exactly where you were and you knew what was going on. It was a hot for me.
I'm going for another hot. I really enjoyed this episode like I didn't think I was going to enjoy it, and I can't wait to watch the rest of the season.
So guys, there you have it. There's 4 hots from me and there's 5 hots from Ruka. So clearly this episode is a hot.
We'll be back with a part 2 to find out whether our hot or not verdict holds up. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share.
Peace.